God is a supernatural God. The faith life is also a supernatural life. God furthermore desires that we experience both the miraculous and the supernatural. And these are two related but distinctly different experiences. The miraculous and the supernatural, even though one is derived from the other, they are not the same. The miraculous deals with supernatural intervention, where God steps in over the affairs of men to correct, to create, to introduce, to adjust, to bring back to alignment an anomaly. Usually the miraculous is needed if and when there is a variation to status quo, or there is a compromise of order. You would usually need the miraculous. When things go as planned, when things go as should be, you just need the continuity of process, not the miraculous. The miraculous is usually needed if there has been a tampering of process, whether as a result of the ignorance and the carelessness of men or demonic intrusion. There are many factors that are responsible for tampering with normal processes. It could be the carelessness or the ignorance of men themselves. They become victims of their understanding, or ignorance, victims of their decisions. Or sometimes it could just be demonic interferences. At such times, you will need the miraculous. An example was the man who was born blind. There was no contribution on his part to being born blind. The man who was lame from gate beautiful, the Bible says he was lame from birth. In fact, in one of the incidences, they asked the Lord, who sinned that this man was born blind? Was it him or his father? And Jesus said, neither. But this has happened that the glory of the Lord will be revealed. There was a time when they were to go to the other side by boat. And the Bible says while they began their journey, there arose a storm of wind. It was not their making. They put all the variables in place, but it just so happened that the storm became boisterous. We understand from Jesus's approach in providing solution that they needed more than the supernatural. They needed the miraculous, because there were demon spirits who were behind manipulating the weather so that you walk against them. And the purpose for that manipulation will be seen when Jesus got to Gadara. It was the salvation of the madman, which will eventually lead to the salvation of a Decapolis. That was what Satan was fighting. The supernatural generically talks about a more superior realm and a dimension of living, because most times people confuse it. The miraculous is a subset of the supernatural. Not everybody needs the miraculous, but everybody needs the supernatural.